Wife, 29F, really wants to pursue a music career. I, 33M, think she is kind of in denial. We've been together for 4 years, and married for 1.5. So, my wife is kind of a flower child. She's very, very artistically driven. She loves painting and writing poetry and playing guitar and singing. But her favorite thing by far is her music. Her biggest heroes in life are Janis Joplin and David Bowie and Stevie Nicks, etc. And I love her art. There is nothing in the world I love more than when she wants to share a poem she wrote with me or asks me if I want to come listen to her play her guitar or sing. I love her voice and I love her music. It is probably worth noting, one of the reasons she told me she fell in love with me is because I loved her singing and she hadn't been with someone who made her feel confident enough to sing in front of them before. That is relevant to the current dilemma. For most of our relationship she was working as a preschool teacher, but after COVID cost her that job she asked me if I would be okay supporting us for a while so she could go back to school and get licensed to teach elementary school. I was happy to do that. She has been doing great and should be getting her license next year. She's done great and I am very proud of her. But, she has some more free time day to day now, and she has been writing songs and singing more often. A couple months ago she randomly told me she was thinking about focusing on her music instead of immediately pursuing a job in teaching again. So, and I'm trying to be really careful how I word this. I love her singing. She has some friends who love her singing. But I don't think she has the right kind of voice that is going to get people she doesn't know to pay money to hear her sing. I asked her if she had thought that through, and she said she has some friends in the local music store that she likes who would likely be able to get her in contact with some, I don't know, record label, I guess. I don't know how the music industry works. She asked if I thought she was a good enough singer to hit it off. Maybe I made a mistake here, but I couldn't bring myself to say no. So I told her yes, but also made her promise to at least finish getting her license first. She told me she still would, because she thinks it will be a good job once she retires from singing. I was mostly just happy she was still getting that. So now she is really leaning hard into trying this music career. She has spent a couple $1,000s on a new guitar plus some recording equipment at that music store in the last couple months. I don't mind buying things for her to support something she loves, but I feel like she is dropping a ton of money on something that, frankly, has no chance of success. I've tried to initiate a conversation with her half a dozen times now to tell her that maybe she shouldn't be putting so much emotional stock in this music career, but every time she just looks so damn happy talking about singing in front of people. Last time I tried to she gave me a big hug and thanked me for supporting her in it, and I was just thinking, God damn it, I can't be the one to do this. I'm friends with a guy who owns a little bar that has live music, and I wound up suggesting maybe she should play for him and see if she can get started up on stage at his place. She was over the moon at the offer, but honestly I think I was just hoping my buddy would do the dirty work of telling her that maybe the stage isn't her calling in life so I would not have to. I got him to give her a shot, and he did his best to politely tell her something like she wasn't really what they were looking for. I was hoping that might get through to her, but she seems to have just doubled down and insists that every artist gets rejected at first and she knows she'll hit it off eventually. And then she thanked me again for believing in her. So, anyway, she is still recording her songs and now talking about investing in more equipment. She's the happiest I ever see her when she is chasing this music career. She insists that once she finishes her license and can pursue it full time she knows she will be able to find her audience. I want her to be happy with her life, but maybe a little put out that now I'm going to be supporting us both for the foreseeable future, especially with purchasing music equipment. So, what should I do here? She is investing a lot of money that we can't really afford on a dream that I just don't think is going to work out. She's putting a lot of emotional stock in getting to be a professional singer and I think she is setting herself up for heartbreak. Should I just bite the bullet and be the one to break her heart on this? Is that a kindness at this point? Should I just keep investing money in this venture and wait for the crash? Too long did not read. Wife really wants to pursue a music career and is investing a lot of time and money into it. I don't think it is ever going to happen, but I just can't bring myself to be the one to crush her dream. What do I do? Don't tell her anything negative about her music. You'll break her heart. Instead tell her what you can and can't afford. And that many talented people don't succeed in the music industry because it's so saturated. And then tell her to start small and just see where it goes. And that you think she's awesome and love when she sings to you. Are there any places near you that run open mic nights? Maybe she can get a feel for performing for a live audience there, and it may give her some perspective on how tough it can be to make it as a professional singer. Just a thought, she has teaching qualifications and loves music. Would she be interested in teaching music to kids? I think it could be a really rewarding career path and the best of both worlds. Tell her to make a TikTok. It's a great way to go viral, and if she's that untalented, you can just let the TikTokers do the dirty work for you. The current music industry is completely different from what it was a few decades ago. Record labels are basically dead, and most independent artists rely on several streams of income to pursue music full-time. Streaming and Spotify plays don't pay well, live shows do. But in order to get booked for live shows, you need to build up an audience and propagate your music through social media somehow. It's a weird balancing act, and there is a lot of volatility in your potential earnings from one month to the next. There are artists who have made it, who earn $1,000 some months and $12,000 others. This model only works for people who are incredibly talented, business-minded and willing to endure long periods of discomfort and financial insecurity. What about being a music teacher? Sing with the kids all day. Or doing music therapy. Are there open mic nights at your local coffee shop? I had a friend who admitted she had a unique voice and thought she could make it as a singer. One open mic night at the coffee shop set her straight. No one was outright rude to her, but the applause was less than she expected. Harsh, I know, but we're Gen X and social rejection is the hallmark of our adolescence. What a way she can continue to do a real job while perusing her dream on the side. I think this is key. She can do both, but the paying gig needs to take priority. I would just mention that all she's spending is starting to make a dent in savings, and that most artists either don't make it big, or it takes years to get big. She should at least look to not spend so much money on such a risky endeavor. If it comes to it, and you have to tell her, don't be negative about her music at all. Just let her know the chances of actually getting popular enough to break even on the money spent. Even the very talented artists struggle to make ends meet with just their music.